Catherine in our little camp bed beside this really beautiful lake. Buckeye Lake it's called. And here are our travel companions, Todd and Craig, whose Jeep has been the source of all concerns lately. Crap out of its transfer case yesterday, so I'll spin around and show you young Nick. Here's our campfire, and Harold the Guru, Nick's orange Suzuki, and you can't quite see him in the background there, but he's the coughing individual and he's about to start to pull the transfer case out of that little red TJ. Anyway, breakfast is a brewing. Catch you later.
So, day 3. Nick the mechanic, who came up to save us. Here's what he drove up in yesterday. So he drove up in this little jobber. He had to pack up work, pull out a transfer case, and I guess it's all done. I didn't quite catch him working on it, but this morning he was under there. And I guess we're all ready to go now for day 3. So this is Wednesday on the Rubicon. Day number 3. Passing Buckeye Lake. We left all our camping gear there because we're coming back. And Harold's walking today. He left his car at the campsite. He's just directing us. Yeah, you're missing those. You're good. Gonna run over this. That one's good. Yeah, straighten out. Good. Perfect. Now, what have we got here? Through those cracks. Oh, is this 800?
800 RPM.
Yeah. 600. Speed of choice. How's it feeling this morning?
Well, I'm more nervous this morning because Harold's leaving us to our own devices, really. And today's supposed to be a really tough day, so we shall see. Yeah.
Well, it's certainly easier, isn't it, so far?
It seems to be easier than that little sluice we went through yesterday. He talks about a big sluice, but in the write-up he talks big sluice is too dangerous and we bypass it. But last night he was talking about going down big sluice, which sort of worries me a bit.
You see?
But maybe we'll go.
Granite.
We've been going for half an hour and we've done half a mile.
Half a mile, half an hour. That's about right. I mean, can you imagine being a stagecoach on here? Horses pulling. That's what they did. There were 2 hotels. One was close to Lake Tahoe. One was in California, so the hotel owners built this route so you get from one to the next. What kind of grade would you give this?
Grade? It's about I would say it's about 50%.
50% grade.
So 1 out of 2.
Kind of like those guys over
It's
there.
going to be difficult getting back up because it's quite slippery under there.
Yeah. It's straight anyway.
Yeah.
It's a very light, fine powder. don't think it's rained up here for a long time. Hey, can you go left a touch? Yep, good. You can go right if you want.
Well, how do you get through this? Just
Yeah.
give me directions if you see me any.
Yeah. How you doing in there, Craig?
Oh man, this is challenging. I'm enjoying it, but it's a lot to learn. Yeah, it's a lot come at you fast.
Yeah.
You know.
More of a 45. So at least you see some of the side because then you see the angle better. Just straight on. I can't get to right here. I get up here, but then I'm on top. Let's see what that looks like.
I know, video just flattens. It just does. This big one, and that big
Coming
one.
up steep, since you don't have to worry about gas or brake, is it harder to come down? Because then you got to worry about brake. Well, you don't have a traction. On the downhill, gravity always helps you to go, so you don't really need any torque. All you need is steering. Okay. It's more difficult on the uphill because then you need more torque. You have to manage it, keep it from slipping. Okay. It looks all right. It changes every day.
Based on the vehicles that pass, sure.
Yeah, they move those rocks around a lot.
They watch you with rapt attention. Yep.
Is that too long?
Too long. That's the unlimited?
The four-door.
Four-door. Yeah, that's a good
Unlimited
name.
is still right here.
Okay. Four-door. Getting the wheelbase. Look at that. That's a big set.
Shit. Can you believe it? That was pretty narrow, huh?
That's very narrow, huh?
Tail light. So they're moving rocks that have scratches on them. Harold keeps saying, if you see a rock with a scratch on it, drive over it with your wheel. Not straddle it. Oh, I see. So all the scratch marks on the second one. Stay as close to that boulder on your left as you can is the direction. I guess.
On this boulder here, you should have been more on top of the boulder. You straddled it,
Well, I saw the built-up little rocks.
but it's not very high.
But I think over the top would be better.
The side is more for safety, in case somebody slips down.
Okay.
So bigger vehicle in here, Chevy full size,
Might need
no
that.
chance.
Chance, yeah. So seriously, they're just not coming down this trail?
Well, they do.
Damn it.
Time for beer.
Yeah.
Bitch.
So we just came down here. This is called the Razorback. Harold says it's people usually fall off in the trees down here on the left side. So we're getting ready to go down the sluice. He says it's even harder than this. So everybody's kind of rolling their eyes.
Let me show you. I mean, there's a spot coming when you're not right on. There's a risk of the vehicle falling over. And about 4 years back, we had a woman fall over.
Uh-huh.
Hi, I'm resting.
So she is in the process of
This is her.
falling over. See how the arm
comes out, yeah.
So I looped it so it looks like she's pushing the vehicle back up.
I got, well, that would be. That's great. So, was she too far right?
She was just about 2 inches too far up,
Yeah.
you know.
Her left wheel needs
And
to be
if you have some
better.
experience and you feel your vehicle coming, there's 2 ways. One is you steer a little bit downhill, like in skiing.
Yeah, yeah.
Never go uphill. Our
Right.
instinct is going uphill, and you step a little bit on the gas. And she didn't, so she fell over.
And did she break her arm?
No,
Oh, that's right.
because it didn't fall all the way over.
Ah,
She
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
fell into the rock.
Yes.
45 degrees, so
Yep,
it was not
no
too
problem.
bad. See things on TV where it says professional driver. So for
Only?
for some of the car commercials.
We're out here in the middle of nowhere. I love this.
So it was a 10-day shoot. It was really nice. Out in Moab.
Yep.
Moab and Monument Valley. And whenever we were on pavement, we had the sheriff close the road. One of the sheriffs clocked me. He says, "You were going 120 miles an hour." I said, "Yeah, but you can't write me a ticket."
Beautiful.
So I'm lucky I get to do it all.
You do, huh? It's a good life.
That's a good shot. Those mazes.
Well, we have
The slide.
that's a little wheel spin, huh?
This little, around this rock here, we did this for 1 day. 1 day I was driving around and around.
Oh, really?
And-
To get
and
the right
after
shot.
Every like 15 minutes or so, we had 10 guys cleaning the car, dust it off again.
Stop it. Yeah, and then push it up. It's way too hard on the steering. Left, right.
that way. And a little bit that way.
Well, you see all these badges up in front.
As narrow as you can get.
Up the road.
We're shooting.
So you wouldn't want to come through here in a wider vehicle, would you?
Nope, Nissan wouldn't come through here, and neither would Raptor. Now we're in open stuff, so it's a lot easier. But those, we just wouldn't fit through some of those rock openings.
It's a nice aspen.
Well, I'm pleased to say I haven't hit the truck. I might have bottomed out once,
Yeah.
whereas these guys in front are constantly bashing.
And is that solely driver skill, or is it also height?
No, we're the same height, but I think it's they're a little too fast at times.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the sluice he was talking about.
Yeah, it looks like a sluice. That's 6 inches.
So we've done 59.5, done under 2 miles, and it's taken us almost 2.25 hours, less 20 minutes for a watering break.
So it's a mile an hour.
Yep. And I'm sure we could go, others would go faster, but I think they'd break here,
Yeah.
which is really his mantra. Slow is good, fast is bad. It's pretty trashed, eh?
Yeah.
This part.
Yeah. Well, there's vehicle tracks everywhere.
Now we take the left-hand line, are we? This might be. Too far to the right, I think.
You made it, honey.
Yeah.
Here we are, Rubicon Springs. Old outhouse, new outhouse.
Sprinklers here to keep the dust down. These are all the axles and stuff that are broken.
Axles, yeah. Okay, can you pause? Let me just get this.
Party area where they come for food,
Yep.
for entertainment. You have the helipads up here for the helicopter to come in, because everything they need down here that needs to be flown in.
Yep.
There's no easy way in.
JJ USA
The owner's name.
big show. People set.
Yeah, let me show you the rest what's over here.
Is that cold Mineral Springs? Cold or hot?
I used to bottle it and sell it. Pretty popular.
It's like Sturgis.
And then in the center you have the big kitchen and people line up on both sides. And here's the really cool thing. While you're waiting, see the grand piano?
Yeah.
They have somebody sitting there playing dinner music for you.
And they got a flag.
Of course.
What's for dinner?
They usually have steak.
Steak?
You see those tents back there? They're set up for the
Stage.
big corporate events. And then this open structure here on the left is the ice cream parlor.
Right.
And for regular jamboree folks, this is where you eat. And for the corporate guys, they
Oh, they
have
have
shade.
little shade.
And then of course, you know, the tented area there, the structure, that's the bear cage where they keep all the food in. Under the canopy there. And this thing is also part of the kitchen.
That's smart. Very good setup.
So it's pretty neat.
So does Jeep have any ownership where we are?
No.
They're just a sponsor
Well,
kind of a thing?
one of the owners runs Jeep Jamboree USA, and they work together with Jeep, and they are selling those events through Jeep organizations, so they have to buy into it. You know, like sales organizations and what have you. New Zealand, Saudi Arabia. But their business is dramatically down. They used to have about 20 to 25 trips every year. This year they didn't have a single. Last year
One
they-
needed 25 trips in a year?
Who is this?
Jeep Jamboree USA, the corporate stuff.
Yep.
And last year they didn't have any. The year before they had 2. This year they don't have any.
Because of
Well,
recession?
money is tight.
Yeah.
I mean, the participants didn't.
Here's where we store the food in here
Like I said,
to keep it from the bears. You see the chain link fencing there.
Jeep is doing some sponsoring. We have another guy who works a lot with Toyota. He does a lot of training, and occasionally they have.
You could have a big party up here.
Four-day event, and it's about $400 for the whole thing. They feed you, entertainment, everything.
everything.
And then about 10 years later, they started the Jeep Jamboree to have a second event. Jeepers Jamboree
At
is
a
always
different time.
yes. Jeepers Jamboree is always last weekend in July. Jeep Jamboree always the first weekend in August.
Okay.
And that one is only open to Jeep vehicles.
Okay.
And it was all started by the Rotary Club in Georgetown to bring money into Georgetown.
Okay.
Okay, and one of the founders was Mark Smith, and he's a really good PR person, and he always made it look like it was his idea. So whenever you have a magazine article, it's always Mark Smith, inventor of the Jeepers Jamboree. And it was a community effort. All the old ladies would do sandwiches and, to make it work. He made money off of this, which of course pissed everybody else off, and after some time they kicked him out. But he was smart enough to say, heck, we don't only need a jamboree on the Rubicon, we need one in Alabama, one in Texas. Well, why not have one in Spain? So he started Jeep Jamboree USA, which now is the second week of August on the Rubicon and throughout the US.
And to go to other places.
Yes.
So he travels. to go
And
do
he
these
kept the concept because he does that, like let's say New Zealand, He would fly to New Zealand, find a local club. The local club volunteers would organize it. He would sell the trip and get money for it.
things. I get money for it.
What an operator.
And I ran into a guy once in Mexico, and he was from, I don't know, Louisiana or somewhere. And he says, man, I've been doing this for years, and he has been promising us winches and tires with all his connections, I never got anything out of it.
Hey, Annie Pie.
Hey.
We're going to go on for a little while to lunch.
Oh. Supposedly there's a nice waterfall downriver a bit. So we're going to go down there for lunch. Pretty.
So here we are, this is top of the Rubicon River, and yeah, a little swimming pool over here, just walk over to it, there it is, and it's a bubbling brook, so I'll pan around, Katerina, and the boys, and our vehicles and a couple of others, serious Jeeps here. So we had a really hard morning coming down from Buckeye Lake to Rubicon Springs, which is a park, and that's where the Jeep Jamboree and Jeepers Jamboree and all those sorts of places occur, or events occur. And this is a seriously big park, lots of facilities.
and they get about 2,000 people maximum in here. The hard part is going to be to get back out this afternoon, because we have to go up Big Sluice, which was difficult enough coming down. So we're going to enjoy, I think. We have winches, but we're not encouraged to use winches, so it's very much a locker event. These rocks are a bit big, so we'll see how we go. Catch you later. I'm not sure if you can see this, but down in here, I'm just going to see if I can come in on it. There's some more of the Rubicon Trail and a little river. Now it might get a bit bright with the sunlight, but anyway, that's what we came down before. That's what we've got to go back up again. So you'll see it in there. I'll just pull it in a little bit. That's one of the big sluices we've got to come, well, we came down, now we've got to go up it. So it's reasonably exciting stuff this afternoon. Over there, just homing in on it, there's a little bit of a shelf, and you can see where they've built up the road, or the track just there with those rocks. And then it sort of goes down over to where those portaloos are, just there. And then we just go up, there's a way, and then the trail is heading off up that. And it basically picks its way up past those far trees and down through the, you can see where the trail dips, or the skyline dip. That's the first of the passes out of the Rubicon Springs National Park, heading towards Lake Tahoe. We're actually not going to do that. We're turning around here, and we're heading back out that way.
We've had a very nice lunch by the waterfall, and now it's time to go back up. We just came down. Neville is now one with his tires, his truck. He is just one beast. Part metal, part blood. Helicopter pad up here at Rubicon Springs, right up there on top of that rock. I'll show it to you if I can. It's yellow and metal. Loon Lake.
Now doing the Rubicon in reverse.
Yeah, there's the helipad. Anything like that. Somebody's little cabin. It's very cute. Now you gotta see what this fence is made of here.
This is the mechanical yard.
Oh, God. Tell me what we got here.
They're all axles. and a engine block. Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. Okay, so we're about to enter the domain of the big sluice, and there's that old saying about what goes up must come down. Well, In this case, it's what came down must come up or go up.
Yeah.
So that's where we're heading right now.
Pasta tonight.
Pasta.
Pasta.
Give me a big smile, Craig.
Wow.
First he drives, well, what would you call that you just drove?
Part of the sluice, I don't know.
First he drives the
Doesn't
sluice,
have a name down here.
and then he carries wood.
Man of all means, I guess. I'd like to just be good at the
You
Jeep.
should be able to find a woman with your talents. You can make fire.
Yeah.
You can drive.
Oh, Todd. We'll get that. Do that again. We'll put that little clip on your Match.com thing.
That's right. He can cook, he can drive, and he can gather wood.
And the expression was he didn't really want to hurt the wood.
That's where we come from. And this is where we're going. Okay, we got Todd at the wheel now.
And he's not turning, he's not listening. He's not doing anything. He's fucking up. You need to turn hard left, hard left. Use your front locker, rear locker. Good. Now you have your front locker.
Keep getting pushed to that flat rock. My inclination is to go wider. But I don't know.
Looking close, I'll give you that look again.
Shiny black tires.
Too slow now. Too slow.
Saw that? I didn't think I could
You had no breathing room on either side.
No, I didn't. Wow.
Shit. Oh, amazing. Our truck's at a funny angle. If you can see it, they're throwing rocks underneath there to help them out. The right rear is stuck on a big boulder, so you can't back up anymore. There we go. He's off.
Depends on a few rocks can do, or stop you from doing.
Ooh. Just so I'd get a rear view here for a minute.
I think that's most of the really gnarly ones.
I think so too. Now we get into that corner that's all powder.
Yeah,
Remember that one?
in the hill.
Yeah.
We're gonna miss that big one coming.
Yeah, or drive on it. Take your punt. Okay. You're on it. Yep.
nothing else, this is teaching me throttle control.
Throttle control, is it? Talk to me about that.
My foot hardly moves, and I'm trying to hold it between 250. What is it? 1, 2, 3. I've got about 200 RPM that I'm playing in between about 800 and 1,000.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want me to be above 1,000 at this slow crawl ratio.
Yeah.
So it's actually quite hard. So at the moment I got no throttle in at all, and we're pulling about 600 RPM. And we sort of stop, so every now and then I have to do it a little, like 50 RPM to get the torque converter to flick in and drive. One of the drawbacks of the auto. And I hold back the speed on the brake when I do that.
Well, we should be seeing our own home lake here pretty soon.
I'm going to be diving into that.
Diving into the lake followed by a rum and coke.
Buy a rum and coke. Yeah. Tonight I'll have rum and
So
coke.
was it worse going down or coming back up?
Going down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming up was a lot easier.
That first time kind of thing, you think?
Yeah, but they were also harder because you had to control the vehicle more going through some of those really tight turning between two rocks. And jumping over rocks at the same time, so it was an interesting little challenge. That was the big sluice.
Yeah. Hello, beautiful Jeep.
Just got a mark.
And look, we're home. Once you get through this little thing. Kind of hatch marks. Sometimes those are old markings, trail markings. It's called blazing. That's what blazing the trail is. I never knew that.
Not really much.
Pick a line. He just said both lockers straight up. There's the sky. Made it. So we're back at camp, and this looks like a trail. There's tire tracks I can see, and if you go over there, there's tire tracks everywhere. I'm standing on tire tracks. Quite a place to play. Let's look.
So that was from Buckeye Lake this morning down to Rubicon Springs, and We went down the infamous big sluice, which is supposedly really dangerous, and it was. And,
Have some chocolate.
So now I'm going to have some chocolate, and then I'm going to have a very strong rum and coke, because not only did we go down the big sluice, but we turned around at the bottom and came all the way back to Buckeye Lake, which is not normally what happens. So I learned an awful lot, even after 35 years of four-wheeling. So this is great. You've got to come and do the Rubicon. They might close it soon, so get over here fast.
Okay, let's see it, driver. This is what Rubicon drivers do. Here he goes. He's going. He's going right next to the dishes. There's that. The naked dishwasher. I found a new spot to go swimming. I'm going to try it.
Wow.
It has a granite shelf.
Yep. Well, you look stunning, my little nymphette.
Whew, you drove, but I'm just as tired.
I know, it's pretty hard. You come to these lakes and you find these beautiful chicks. They're just stunners. Look, I'll zoom in on this lady. She is just a beautiful look. Have you ever seen such glorious body? Oh, oh yeah. Yep. I'm really pleased with the optics on this camera.
Yeah, it's a beautiful screen, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh. Yep. Very